So going straight into the set review. New Coralmon. When a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, draw 1. This is just worse BT5 Coralmon, right?
Yeah, the only I can't think of a scenario where this matter.
I can't think of how this would ever be better than BT5 Coralmon. So that's
I guess like if you don't have to swing the stack, you can have a secondary stack swing, but you're playing War Greymon, which is a single stack.
Yeah, you're playing a single stack deck, so
yeah, so it's kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah. Bukamon, your turn. While your opponent has no Digimon with equal or more sources, gain jamming. This is a good card.
That's insane.
This card is very good.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the fact that this says if they have no Digimon.
Yeah.
Meaning that this works on empty board is insane.
Yeah. No, this is unironically. If Melga still had like War Garurumon promo, this would be crazy in Melga, right?
Yeah. If you ever play,
this is still crazy in Melga because you could just play blue base with purple top and kind of bullshit.
Yeah. If you ever play a blue base aggro deck, I think you run this deck just because like it just guarantees your stack for pressure.
Absolutely, yeah. This is such a powerful egg. Like this is a very, very good egg. Tokomon. Once returned, when a card is out of your security stack, draw 1. I mean,
it's good.
It's good.
It's fine.
It's. I think security control will really appreciate this one, frankly. I think security control will enjoy this. I think yellow in general, when they're playing stuff like TK and whatnot, I think will really enjoy this.
It's like a minor upgrade for yellow because it's like there's other eggs that draw.
You had Vixie, you had Upa, and you have Cupid. 2 of them are when attacking, and the other requires you to play an option.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
It's just a more consistent. This is your 4 of egg if you're playing any sort of control yellow.
Right. Tanemon. Once per turn, when an effect suspends a tamer, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn. This is pretty good. I don't know if it necessarily is better than the Kokomon from EX4, and I don't know if it's necessarily better from It's not Toby. What is the egg from BT12?
Yeah. The issue with
BT12 burger egg.
Yeah, so the issue with this egg is that it requires for you or your opponent to have a tamer.
Right.
And sometimes you don't have the luxury of playing a tamer, or you don't draw a tamer early. So sometimes like early to mid game, it become a vanilla egg.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, definitely, I think this is a good egg, but there's a lot of contention between this and like the other 2 eggs that are really viable and green. Also, why is 0 better than Hoang? Go away, Dan. Go away. All right.
Oh, what's up, Dan? What's up, boy?
All right, Miss Simon.
How you doing, buddy?
When attacking once per turn by returning 3 cards with D-Brigade / Digipolice from your draft to the top of your deck, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP. So, initial impression, this is like a really easy way to stack your deck for your effects, right? It's a free, easy way to get plus 2,000 DP. Reality of it, this is a great way to not deck out because holy shit, you get to deck out very, very often in this deck.
Because Neo Brigade support everything says mill.
So Cardogamon and Brigadra specifically are mill whatever remaining cards. Which it turns out you go pretty quickly because you go from like Brigadramon, you play Cardoga, and you've just built 6 cards. So yeah, this is good egg, but for a different reason than you may expect. And then Beaumont. Beaumont is really good.
Great card. Amazing card.
A Digimon card with Dark Animal or Sons of Chaos. Trade is trash from their hand. This Digimon may Digivolve into that card. Yeah, no, this is absolutely crack card.
It's core to the deck. I don't think you can play the deck without this card.
Yeah, you deadass cannot. There is no other Digi-Egg that you should consider. This is the Digi-Egg for Lugumon. But yeah. Going into our red cards, starting us off with the SR already, we do have Agumon. Agumon is Digivolve for 0 from Coralmon, so like yellow Coralmon, black Coralmon, whatever you really want to do. Start your main phase. If you have a tamer with Tai Kamiya in its name, Digivolve into specifically Greymon. This is key, specifically Greymon.
Yeah.
From your hand without paying cost. ESS, if you have Greymon or Omnimon in name, plus 2,000 DP. So this power creeps promo Agumon, which is totally fine because it's a promo from 3 years ago. Like I'm okay with that, frankly. That promo was like $10. I don't have to pay $10 anymore for that shit. We're set. We're cool. This effect is super powerful. This saves you so much memory.
This card essentially says gain 2 memory.
Yeah.
So if you turn 1 play evolve this play tie, turn 2 move out you with 1 memory. You can evolve BT5 Greymon, get 1 memory back, go to 2, evolve a level 5 and choke at 1.
Yeah.
It's so strong.
Yeah, and so do mind that it specifically says Greymon, so you cannot evolve into Greymon X, which I think is actually very, very significant. With all that being said, this card is absolutely fantastic. Very, very strong card. But in testing, here's where it comes up. In testing, I really didn't want to play red base. Red base kind of felt mid. Just because you lose out so much value from having black cards, and so you may go like, oh, well, what if you go like, well, because it's Greymon, right? So like Greymon evolves Agumon for whatever cost, blah 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 blah, all that other stuff. Then you're losing out on value from your memory boost and from your training boost, because then you lose that consistency. If you're going like mixed bases or mixed colors like red black, because they're all monocolor, all this new support, which very good decision on the design's part. Very good decision to make them monocolor, because it makes deck building much harder. Yes.
Is it really good decision when they still have the box text evolution condition?
I think it is. Making it so it cannot be grabbed by any memory boost is actually so significant.
No, I think that part is good. I was always I do not like the 2-color Agumon. I think that's bad for the game.
It is bad for the game. It is 100%
yeah,
bad for the game.
I do not like 2-color rookies.
Yeah. But yeah, so fundamentally this is a very good card for red base. By all means, play it. But I think, and I talked about this on stream a little bit earlier, my playstyle has evolved to the point where I'm just playing so many boosts to just like grab value via that and then extend my turn significantly. So that's my personal opinion, and I think this card, because I want to play black base, it's just not the wave. Because like the other Agumon, the other SR Agumon, or it's not SR, is it SR? But no, it's not an SR. But the other Agumon from starter deck 15 is good enough. It's super good. I'll take it. But yeah, card is good. Card is good. Do I have a black base list to show? Yeah, I can show a list later on. Okay. Before we move on, James, do you have any last thoughts on this card? Because I know this is like one of the craziest cards.
I think so. The issue with black base is, like I mentioned earlier, your consistency in being able to evolve into Greymon X for protection, then you're forced to play stuff like Altars, or even like the black base Agumon X for protection. And I think maybe you can get away with it, but the fact that one of your best card is the Ace War Greymon mean that this playstyle where you're not consistently getting protection is done.
I'm gonna stop you there because I don't agree with that.
You don't think?
No, I don't think so, actually. I think, realistically speaking, if you're focusing on Ace War Greymon, I think you've already lost the fight. I think it's a nice 1 or 2 of, really. But,
what's the War Greymon that you mainly play?
So, okay, wait, I'm trying to think how to word this. So Raid War Greymon, BT12 War Greymon, I think is a much better call for the meta.
Right.
Because it is so much more impactful in the mirror, especially. And I think that's really what a lot of Greymon decks are going to have to build for, is winning the mirror. Because like you naturally, like, yeah, you do well into all these other decks, but if you lose to the mirror, then it's all for naught. So I think the BT12 War Greymon is very, very good in that specifically. Being able to get the reboot on that turn, plus 3,000 DP for free, is very, very significant. Because to my knowledge, we have like maybe like one other War Greymon that actually gains DP, correct? On both players' turns, mind you.
Yeah.
And so I think you're better off building around that, and then having like a toolbox arsenal of other War Greymons, rather than focusing super heavily on that Ace War Greymon. But that's my personal thing. That's my personal opinion.
Just show the list later. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, of course. Gizumon. Gizumon is when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. Cool.
It exists.
It exists. Good talk. Gatsumon. All turns, players cannot play Digimon by effects. Red now has a Pomumon / Pillowmon. This is good.
Good to have.
This is very good. Yeah.
It's a single stack color. Having this to deny board flooding seems fine.
No, this is very good. I definitely see a world where just any red deck can just slot 2 of this in order to deal with Bloom Lord more effectively. I think Bloom, Maste, Lugumon even, right? I imagine these floodgates will get a little bit more value going into the BT14 format. But yeah, really good card to have. Kakatorymon. 4 cost jamming. I mean, it's Tyrannomon, right?
Yeah.
that's not much more I can say about that. Monochromon is 2
It's a
cost blocker.
blocker.
All right, cool. It's a cheaper core Dramon. All right, moving on. Greymon.
Mid.
Yeah, this is a very mid card. But hey, let us read it first, okay? 2 cost from level 3 Agumon in name. When attacking, this Digimon gets plus 2k for the turn. Then if you have tie, gain a memory. And then its ESS is promo Agumon, so gain plus 2,000. So this is not very good in normal War Greymon because why are you swinging on your 4? That kind of just sucks. It's probably it's okay. It's fine with Advance of Courage, which is a black card. So
No. See,
what's up?
this is Agumon support.
This is Agumon support. That is correct. Yeah, no, chat was like super excited for Agumon.
Yeah, you just play like you basically just have a better Agumon engine now. You just play Agumon.
Yeah,
that's
no,
it.
That's
it.
You play 4 of this, 4 of promo Greymon, and you just call it a day, right?
Yeah. You just evolve this. Like you can move out. Like you can turn 1. Set up the tie, move out with the new Agumon, evolve into this, swing, get memory, do all your setup, and then like on the follow-up turn, do Agumon or something. I don't know.
And
like
so
it's just fine.
with new Agumon, this is 9,000 DP, so it's pretty significant because it swings over a majority of 5s in the game. Not most 5s don't hit 10,000 anymore nowadays. And if they did, they were vanillas, frankly. Not even frankly, they are vanillas unless they're like Cyberdramon from EX2.
Yep.
But
yeah. That's not much to say about it. Just move on.
Yeah, it's Agumon support. It's not actual War Greymon support really.
Yeah.
But this is a good card. This is actually a good card. Yeah. 3 cost, red or green. Start of your main phase until the end of your turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with Tyrannomon or Dinosaur / Ceratopsian, reduce the cost by 1. And its ESS is it can swing. It's basically Blitz, right? It's just Blitz.
Yeah.
This is a good card. This is a very, very good card for Tyrannomon decks. Do I think Tyrannomon decks are good? No. Even though
it's fine. It'll be like Machine Dramon. They'll get 1 card a set until eventually they're playable.
Okay, but it keeps getting a card like a support every set, and like it still is not doing enough. But like whatever, I digress. They even got the new Rust Tyrannomon Ace card, which I mean it's cool. It's pretty good actually, but. Yeah, this is a good card that's just waiting for something to like push it over the edge. Specifically, it just needs better top end, man. Top end is so bad. Your bottom end is fine. It's just your top end. Metal Greymon Ace. So Ace mechanic. For those of you that do not know how the Ace mechanic works, is so it uses the Blasted Evolution. For right now, anyway. Blasted Evolution. So when your opponent attacks, after they've resolved all of their abilities, you have the counter timing, which allows you to blast Digivolve, so you can evolve over your Digimon for 0 cost. But if this card is removed from play, then it triggers Overflow, which then gives them additional memory. So in this case, you Digivolve into Metal Greymon Ace for 0 over level 4 on your opponent's turn, and then if this were to be removed, your opponent then gains 3 memory. So if they remove it with like an option or something, gain 3 memory. The issue with Ace at the current moment is there's way too many ways to remove a stack prior to the Ace actually going off. A lot of decks have when attacking pop a card, they have options that'll pop a card, when digivolving pop a card, really just a lot of things that'll just go ahead and like remove the stack before you even get to resolve your Ace. I found that a lot of times you're just going to end up digivolving to the Ace card naturally, and that's totally fine and everything like that. You can slam it for 4. Slamming for 4 is really good, but of course, keep in mind, you're losing out on a lot of inheritables, and then if it gets removed, you're still paying that 3 cost. So
this is probably the weakest of the Ace effect.
Yeah, this is the weakest of the Aces. I agree. On play, when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. I mean, you snipe a level 4 or lower. Good job. Congrats.
Yeah, it just does a lot of nothing. I think there's better Metal Greymon to pick from.
Oh, 100%. Okay, Mega Dramon. When attacking, once per turn, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less.
Machine Dramon support.
This is Machine Dramon support. It's actually pretty good Machine Dramon support, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Just because having the ability to pop things unrestricted by cost is pretty nice. Because there are a couple of 6-cost level 4s in the game that you then can't pop via when attacking. Like Leomon, for example. Leomon being 6-cost. So with this new Mega Dramon, you can actually go ahead and pop that Leomon. So that's like a thought you can consider. Okay. And you do have Triceramon, 2 cost, but it's not a vanilla because it has Raid.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
It's not good, but it's neat. It's very neat because
Yeah, like we're moving away from. I guess we're starting to power creep vanilla now, which is fine.
Well, yeah, that's totally fine.
We're late enough into the game where, yeah, I am okay if they stop printing vanilla altogether.
I definitely agree. Which actually, did we get a vanilla this set? I don't think we did. We did not get a single vanilla this set.
Huh.
Yeah, we got 0 vanillas actually.
Yeah, these single keyword cards seem to be the new vanilla.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Somebody said, I never understood why people called Ace Digimon hand traps. They're not hand traps. They really aren't. It's so much easier to play around this than like an Ash Blossom.
Yeah, they're not hand trapped. They're very specific condition.
For sure.
And they require very specific setup, and that's a huge drawback to playing them. Like,
having gotten vanillas in a while, I'm pretty sure we did actually. I think we actually got vanillas in... Oh, we didn't get vanillas in BT13. That's right. Okay, so we didn't get vanillas in BT13. Obviously, we didn't get it in this stuff. We did get vanillas in BT12, however, right? Right? Yeah. Swimmon, Footmon.
Yeah.
So actually, interestingly enough, we stopped getting vanillas ever since the new designer came on board.
Okay, I'm about it.
Good man. All right. Dino Rexmon. When Digivolving, Blitz. All turns while your opponent has 1 memory, your opponent cannot play Digimon with 6,000 or less DP, and this Digimon gets plus 4,000. I mean, it's a good card that's a little late to the show. I don't know how good this card is anymore.
Yeah, it's swing for 15.
It's
plus, and then it's 15 plus.
It doesn't swing. It doesn't swing for 15 because it's when your opponent has 1 or more memory. So on your turn, it's actually only 11.
Yeah, but when you evolve and you blitz with it, isn't it 15 because your opponent has 1 or more memory?
Oh, I guess, yeah. Okay, if you're specifically blitzing with it, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, with Dino Rexmon, I think this is a card that would have really thrived back in, like, BT8, for example. Like, in BT8, this would have been insane. Like, you would have built an entire deck around this. But nowadays, I just don't think there's a lot of value in floodgating out your opponent like that, when it's just so easy to play around it. So I think this is a good card that's a little too late. Not sure if you feel like differently about it.
I mean, it's fine. It's just like a random card, and there's not much to talk about.
And then Gold Dramon. On play, when Digivolving, because 4 Great Dragon Trials. Play 1 Amon and 1 Umon, so Russian blocker respectively. And when the Digimon would Digivolve or leave the battle area, delete all of your Amons or Umon, and if you delete it with this effect, recover 1.
Dude, this card's so cool.
This card is a very, very cool card. It's so cool to actually get like the double tokens out.
Yeah.
I think the really cool part about this thing is that it gives 4 Great Dragons a new like tool to play with, like something that actually puts on pressure.
Yeah, like it's like it feels like a new boss card. Like they threw 4 Great Dragon a bone.
Yeah.
I mean the deck's still not good.
No, the deck still sucks ass. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but you can do this cool ass play now where you play this for free and you get like 2 token and you're like bam.
Yeah.
Swing for 2.
It's cool. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then moving on to blue support. Tamamon. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon attacks, trash the bottom 2 sources of their Digimon. This is actually pretty good. I know it doesn't look good and it doesn't read good, but in Source Strip or just like good stuff blue, this is actually pretty good. This is actually very.
Well, it makes your opponent lose a lot of value.
Yeah, so like they lose out on their egg, they lose out on their rookie, and that could be like a DP boost, for example. And losing on that DP boost means like they might lose to something in security. But also, it's finally time we got oh no, we already got a blue Otama. That's right. Never mind. We got blue Otama in BT12. JK.
Hey man, it's Frost Relgamon support.
True. New Gomamon. I love this card. Absolutely love this card. Start of your main phase, choose a card from underneath one of your opponent's Digimon, trash it. This Digimon cannot be blocked for the turn. Opponent's turn, when this Digimon be deleted, you may play 1 Gomamon from under this Digimon's This deck. Yeah, this is really good for Aegis Dramon. This card is really, really cool. Being able to be unblockable is actually a pretty nice niche. Yes, you still get redirected, which definitely sucks, but also selecting what source to strip, it's pretty good. This is a good card that with more support towards the archetype, which we are confirmed going to get because of Metal Siege Dramon support in BT15, this can only get better. So, very, very happy.
Yeah, maybe Aegis Dramon can finally be a real deck.
Yeah. Siakomon, it has Evade, which I know it doesn't
This is
sound.
actually-
This is actually really
I
good.
think this is really good. I think this is actually like a
actually
really
very good.
is a really impactful comment. Evade on a rookie is so significant.
Yeah, because now you can hard slam that rookie, and then like there's a much higher chance it actually sticks around, which is really really good because that's another way to like you impose lethal and whatnot. So Agumon is actually really really good. And then Gesselmon. When attacking, choose one Digivolution card under one of your opponent's Digimon, trash it, then return one level 5 or lower with no sources back to their hand. This card by itself is not very good. In combination with other cards, it could be very good. But who's really bringing out their 5 onto the board and leaving it, right?
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. This is the first time I've read this card. I didn't even know this card's in this set until now.
Yeah, it's not a lot to write home about.
Yeah, I definitely missed this during the reviews.
All right, Ikakumon. When Digivolving, choose 2 cards underneath your opponent's Digimon. Trash it. Fantastic. Really good. When attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon with a number of Digivolution cards less than or equal to this card cannot attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Very good. When attacking ESS, one of your opponent's Digimon with less than or equal to this card's sources cannot attack. This is a good card. This is actually a very, very good card. In combination with Gomamon and Bukamon to be unblockable jamming, this is actually a very, very good card. I like this card a lot. I think it's going to be interesting to see what decks are able to utilize this card. Pure Source Strip, I think, is very interesting. I don't know how good it is. This is also a very good Hexablow card, interestingly enough. So maybe we can see like some like tier 3 Hexablow deck rise up. But this is a good card. This is a good card. Alright, and then Gekomon, it's basically just a Tamamon, but like on a level 4 slot, which I think is a lot easier for Blue to do, because Blue has like much better level 3s than it does level 4s, so it's easier to allocate this effect to your level 4 slot than it is your level 3 slot. So that's sort of, yeah. We do have the Shellmon, which is just evade on level 4. Again, same logic as Syakomon, so it's just generically good.
It's a lot worse. It's a level 4 that costs 5. You're not gonna play this.
I think, but there's also you slam or you get out a free 3, or you slam a 3, and then like you get the value. Yeah. A lot of Blues 3s do have on play value. Then you your
level 4 slot is a lot more competitive than your level 3 slot. You can play a couple Syakomon. I don't see any deck ever playing this.
I disagree. I think 3 slots in Blue are much more competitive than 4 slots in Blue, frankly. I feel like most Blue decks just end up playing hybrid because they have to fill in the gap somehow anyway.
I still rather play. I think. No, I disagree. I think your Blue. I think your level 4 slot is really important.
Well, what's a Blue deck that isn't Melga?
What's the deck from BT14? What's its name?
Mirage?
Yeah, Galga. There we go. Yeah.
So with Galgamon, I think it's it's with Galgamon.
Okay, let's be real. You would never play this in Galgamon.
You wouldn't play this in Galgamon because Galgamon's so like archetypal anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
My question is like, what would you even play this in? That's like
strip.
This deck's where you can randomly fit in 1 or 2 rookie.
I think,
but fitting this into like any real deck is way harder.
I think.
But anyways, I don't care enough to argue.
I don't care enough about it either. Okay, Zudomon. Zudomon is Blast Ace. On play, when Digivolving, trash 2 sources from underneath your opponent's Digimon, then return one of their Digimon with no sources back to their hand. I mean, it's just good. This is probably like the
this is way better than Metal Greymon.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is probably like one of the this is one of the few ace cards that actually gets around to removing stuff.
Well, the other thing is, right, this card actually support your game plan, because your game plan is you're moving out and you're swinging, right? Like, I don't know why you would ever want to move out early and swinging like something like Greymon. Yeah. But in this deck, you have your entire engine that starts swinging.
Yeah.
And now your opponent loses source. If they're trying to evolve and punish you, or they don't have a way to remove you without swinging, this like immediately get rid of them, right?
Yeah.
You just like they say you strip a source from like a existing body, and they have like 1 source left and they evolve, and then they try to swing and you go bam, ace, bounce your thing.
Yeah. No, this is
it's good.
This is probably like the best ace card in BT14 specifically.
Yeah, because it gets rid of the cards attacking. Yeah. Really, that's really it.
Yeah. Okay. Marine Devimon, on play, when Digivolving, return all level 3 Digimon to their owner hands. I mean, it's cool. I don't know. Don't really have much to say about this. It's nifty. Yeah, if Rookie Rush existed, this would be better, I guess. Shogun Gekkomon, blocker, all turns when a Digimon's source is trashed, this Digimon cannot be deleted until the end of your opponent's turn. I mean, it's just a big beefy blocker, but like, it's not. It's just an uncommon. I'm really not like too pressed about this. I don't think I would ever run this, realistically speaking, because why would I want to sit on a 5 when I can go to a 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plusiomon. When Digivolving, trash 3 cards from underneath your opponent's Digimon. When attacking, if your opponent does not have a Digimon with equal or less or equal or more sources than this Digimon, unsuspend this Digimon.
I like it.
I mean, I think it's good. I just what deck would you play this in?
Nah.
I couldn't tell you. I think it's a cool card that doesn't do anything. That can't find a niche in any deck. Even in Source Strip, I think Source Strip has better.
Yeah. Why is it 11?
Why is it 11,000? That's a great question.
I guess like it has jamming, but like.
Well, it has jamming with Gomamon, but
yeah,
it's not inheritable. It's not like actual jamming. Or no, I mean no jamming with Gomamon. Jamming with Buka is jamming.
Yeah,
with
I know what you meant.
Yeah. Okay, Marine Angemon. On play, when Digivolving, so a weird Kenta support out of the woodworks. By returning one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon or one of your own Digimon to the hand, return one of your opponent's Digimon with level less than or equal to the blah blah blah. Once returned, when another Digimon is returned to hand, recover 1. This is Aegistramon support. If funny enough, because you can bounce back your Aegistramon, bounce back their 7 or less, and then you can evolve Aegistramon over the Marine-Angemon. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's nifty. It gives Aegistramon another form of like proactive removal, I guess.
Yeah, it's a car.
Yeah. Elecmon, when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2,000 DP. Pretty sure we have like 50 of these.
Yeah, it's minus DP in yellow.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Chumon, on play, add the top card of your security to your hand, then place one card with Tsukuma in its name from your hand to the top of your security. On deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. For Poop Deck, this is pretty good.
Let me ask you this: do you think Poop Deck is finally good? It's gotten like 5 wave for support. I feel like every set review we have gotten has had some sort of Poop Deck support for like the last 4 or 5 set. Is it finally good?
Good is a strong word. Good is a strong word. I think
it's a neat deck, but I'm just like.
I think the biggest thing about this deck is that you can play with the Suka Curse so much easier, right? Like Suka Curse is such a powerful card, being able to like on demand turn something into a Sukamon. With all that being said, and this card like stacks the Suka Curse, which then procs it. But like, it's decent. It's like decent. Yeah, like I think Poop Deck is like cool. This card can actually heal you at 0. That is very true.
Yeah, neat.
Patamon. This is really good card. Also, I'm gonna turn my light on real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, Patamon's insane.
Okay.
Yeah, Patamon's nutty, dude.
Did you read the effect or no?
No? I have not.
Okay.
You can do it.
Start of your main phase. Look at your security stack. Then this Digimon may Digivolve into a card with a vaccine trait among them. If you do, shuffle. If Digivolve with this effect, you may place 1 yellow card with a vaccine trait from your hand at the bottom. ESS, when a card is added to your security, gain a memory. This is crazy. This card is crazy. This card is absolutely nutty. This is straight up just one of the best cards in the entire set, honestly.
Yeah, this is a flat upgrade over Ignitemon for Maste.
No, this is legitimately such a huge buff to Mastemon, because it lets you evolve into Gatomon for free. Like,
what's funny is I told you, I tested Melga into Vincent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this card would be really insane, but I just would never let him get it off because I would move out in turn 2 and start swinging and put him to like 2. Yeah. So a lot of times I would just hit the Gatomon out of security, so he'd just lose the target. So the way you were playing to this, you just have to play really aggro. Mm-hmm. But if you play a slower deck, this card get insane amount of value. Yeah. Because they can do so much setup, and the fact that you can gain a memory on the first stack and then another memory after Master is insane. It's same value as Ignite.
No, this card is absolutely like ridiculous. Just how like powerful it is. For sure, yellow came out like pretty like well. As far as everything in terms of like the quality of cards in this set. Realistically speaking, BT14 is a low power set, but it sets a really good precedent. Is how I view it.
Yeah, because it also one thing of note as mentioned before, because it's vaccine, it also worked with all the Shrine Greymon stuff.
Yep, and somebody did mention with BT13 Geo Greymon, you do get a free tamer from Security. But yeah. Okay, moving on. We do have new Tsukuma Security at the end of your battle. Play this card, for free. So synergy with Agumon, and then on deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Unimon. It has barrier. I hate barrier. This is a bad keyword. Why? Centarumon. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. When attacking, one of them gets minus 2k. Okay. Cool. Magna Angemon. So it's an ace card. On play, when Digivolving, if you have 5 or less security cards, heal 1. Then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1,000 DP for each card in your security stack. Cool.
It's kind of okay, but it's also kind of a detriment at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not...
You think that is like better than the old Magna, but the ace mechanic just let your opponent extend plays that they normally wouldn't have access to, which is like really scary for a control deck when you're just giving your opponent free reign to just like dumpster you.
Yeah.
So, I would say this is strictly better than the other Magna. I wouldn't play this over the other Magna in security control all the time, because I guess it depends on how much you value giving your opponent extra memory. But I feel like giving your any tier 1 deck the extra memory in this kind of meta is just
also this
asking to die.
This is definitely more so of a would you even play this over regular Magna Angemon in StatCon? I don't think you would.
No, not really.
Also, people in chat were asking for a BT14 Maste list. This is the list. This is the preliminary testing list from Vincent, aka Hayes, one of the best Maste players in English format, in our opinion. In my opinion.
Yeah, this was the list I was playing into.
Yeah, this is like.
Oh yeah, okay. so Kudamon is unironically
Kudamon is so good.
So Kudamon is a huge buff to Maste as a deck because I don't know how many of you play Maste, but one of the issue with Maste before is Maste did not have a searcher.
Yeah.
So they rely on memory boost, which is inconsistent because of your deck is dual color. So sometimes you don't have the right color. And you have to slam the Gallomon to search for your pieces, which is fine, but it costs 5. So a lot of time you needing to slam the Gallomon means that you can only have one play a turn. This new Kudamon let you search for your pieces and then still evolve a level 4 in the back. It's so huge.
Also, it grabs Mirai, which is so insane. Actually so insane, dude. It grabs Mirai, it grabs TK, and that's such a huge buff to this deck. I think BT14 Mastemon actually has quite a bit of like potential. Like I think this could be like really good.
Yeah, like Maste issue was never the top end. The top end was really strong. The issue was getting there because your low end was bad. Also, by the way, that Angemon is obviously secret rare Angemon.
This is secret rare Angemon. For the record, this is secret rare Angemon. At the time this list was made, the card wasn't on dev yet.
But yeah, I was testing and I was playing into this list, and it just felt really strong.
Yeah, it's really good. I think Mastemon has like a pretty good niche. Okay, Edamon. Digivolve from Tsukuma Security. If you have 3 or more cards with Tsukuma and its name in your trash, play a level 6 Edamon for free. On deletion, place this card at the bottom of your security stack. It's cool. On deletion, put an Edamon at the bottom of your security stack. I mean, it's cool.
I mean, it's neat. It heals.
I think this is...
It's like very playable. I wouldn't say it's bad.
It's pretty playable. It's like good card for what the deck wants to do. It's just, you know...
Yeah.
The payout is still, yeah. Monzaimon. It has Armor Purge on play. By placing 1 Digimon with Numemon from your trash at the bottom of this card, gain 2 memory. And your turn, if this is Nume or Monzaimon in name, gain 6+1. There was a combo, I forget what combo it was specifically, but it allowed you to get like a bunch of free memory because you play the Nume and you play the Monze, and the Monze would I think it's Kuzaha actually. I think it was Kuzaha Wolfclaw.
Yes, that was a combo I
Yeah.
presented to you.
Yeah.
But you have this, and then you go Kuzuha Wolfclaw.
Yeah, because the Wolfclaw plays out the Monzaimon, and then yeah, so you Wolfclaw the Monzaimon, and then the Monzaimon sucks up the Numemon.
Yes, so then you have a Kuzuha stack, and then an armor push stack,
Yeah.
and then it costs the evolution costs like 1 memory.
Yeah, it's a 1 memory Evo, so it's cool. Digimon. On play, when Digivolving, you may place 1 Tamer card from your hand at the top of your security. All turns when a Tamer is played, you may play 1 level 3 from your hand without paying cost. Okay. Good talk. Serafimon. When Digivolving, recover 1. All turns, once per turn, when a card is added to your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7,000 DP, and this card gets +1 security attack for the turn. I mean, it's not...
it's just better. It's a better version of the old Serafi.
So, I think the one caveat to that is old Serafi does cost 3, and this does cost 4.
Yeah, I know,
which,
I know, but
in Digimon, that one cost could like matter a lot, right?
Yeah, but this is also 12.
Yeah, that's also a pretty good thing. So, it's cool. For Vaccine Tribal, this is probably like a really good card to play along with like Venusmon and stuff like that.
The minus 7,000 DP is actually really significant because that number let you hit a lot of threshold. So, it's good in that sense. And granted, I don't think Yellow have a lot of memory issue, especially this set. I mean, this also costs 3 with the new pattern, by the way.
Yeah, for sure. No, definitely.
Right.
This is a pretty solid card, and with Messenger of Hope, especially, it's just really good.
Yeah, so you can easily go into this and get -7 off of the pattern, and then follow up with another play. So it's pretty good.
For sure. Kunemon. On play, by suspending this Digimon, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add a green card among them. Bot deck the rest. I mean, it's cool. I don't know, man. Like, I'd rather just play a training boost.
Yeah.
Kodokugamon. On play, suspend one of your Digimon. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. I mean,
it's an Insectoid.
That doesn't matter so much right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. I think I'd rather just play Flower Cannon. But new Palamon. All right, now we're cooking. Start of your main phase. One of your opponent's Digimon gets all turns. When this Digimon becomes suspended, lose 2 memory. Your turn once per turn. When this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green Tamer, reduce the cost by 1.
I really like this card, but I feel personally, I feel like it's one of the weaker SR rookie in the set.
Yeah.
Primarily because this relies on your opponent having something on board to actually get any value.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
That's the weakness of this card. It's like, is inherent in Digimon design. Like a lot of the cards that's relying on your opponent having specific pieces on board, especially like a rookie that in a green deck where you're trying to move out early and get tempo. So a lot of time this is like I've tested this deck a little bit, and a lot of time this card is a vanilla because of that. The second effect is neat, but we already have that effect in the other Palmon.
No, wait, yeah, it's the other Palmon doesn't do it. It's Lalamon.
I'm sorry, but all plant Digimon look alike.
Okay, a little. All right, buddy. But yeah, no, like James is saying, this Palmon, it's very reactive. It requires your opponent to have something on board for you to actually get value from it. And then you also come into the issue where for you to actually get value with this, it implies you have to leave it in raising as a rookie. And if that's the case, then it gets a little bit awkward, where then you're not able to evolve in raising, and now you're just losing it on free value potentially, right? So card's a little awkward. I think it's good, for sure. It's just a little bit awkward. Funny enough, this card is actually really good with Genai if they have a second stack. Funnily enough.
Yeah. Alright, moving on.
Yeah, Kuwagamon. It has jamming. Alright, good talk.
Is Agumon with 1,000 extra power.
Yeah, Tsukuma. Yeah, somebody in chat mentioned it earlier, and I didn't agree with them, but like thinking about it now, yeah, I agree with them. Tsukuma is probably the best green card we got in the set.
It is. It's so good.
Yeah.
This guy's insane.
When you would play a green Tamer from your hand, tap one of your green Digimon, reduce the cost by 3, so Mimi becomes, new Mimi is 0 cost, old Memory Tamers are 1 cost, really good. ESS, once per turn, with this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green Tamer, reduce the cost by 1, yeah, I mean, card is good. Card is good.
Yeah, card's just good.
Card is good, there's not a lot to say about it. It's 3 costs, so you can play it off of Ayatarmon as well, like, it's just good.
Wait, it's 4 costs, calm down. It's 3,000
3,000 DP. 3,000 DP. Play it off of Ayatar. Look, man. Alright, Agumon. On play, win Digivolving. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, then all of their Digimon with 5,000 DP or less. Wait. Okay, all your opponent's Digimon with 5,000 DP or less, don't unsuspend. Okay. Cool.
You think a Leomon aggro deck is real?
No, but it's fine. When attacking, if you attack an opponent's Digimon with higher GP than Digimon, this Digimon may Digivolve into a level 6 Leomon, ignoring, for a cost of 6, ignoring color requirement. And then, if it has Leomon in its name, ESS, gain plus 2,000 DP. It's cool. It's basically, it's literally a warp Digivolve, so, allows you to get some really cheeky plays. It's just kind of a shame that all your top-end Leomon cards kind of suck ass. And because it's specifically Leomon, you're forced to run cards like Dino Rexmon, Saber Leo, etc., and none of those are very good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
there's Leomon support.
Lily Ace, on play, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then return one of their Digimon 5,000 DP or less to the bottom of the deck.
I think this card. Okay, I actually think this card is really good, mainly because of the colors in. It's in green, meaning that you often have extra level 4 to evolve into just by playing your game plan normally, and it also deal with 2 bodies. So I think it's good in that sense.
So I don't think the 5,000 DP comes up a lot. So, like the bot deck 5,000 doesn't come up as much as people want it to, frankly.
Yeah.
But the tap 1, when combined with Palmon, is so powerful. Because it's guaranteed you're getting back that team memory, right? So Lilymon Ace becomes like a 1-cost Evo, and then with Palmon reducing the cost, it becomes like it's a 0-cost Evo. Like, it's just nifty. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it's a cool card.
Yeah, for sure. But overall, I think this is like this is probably like a 1 or 2 of in most plant-based decks if you run it at all.
Yeah.
It's just it being an ace card obviously gives it drawbacks immediately, and green isn't a color that has protection, so it's if it gets like yeeted by your opponent's stack, then like it do be what it be, I guess.
It's not a card you ever play for, but I can see this like a 1 or 2 of.
Yeah, I agree. Piximon. On play, when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot unsuspend until the end of your opponent's turn. Digimon support, baby. Right?
This was so close. If this just says your opponent cannot unsuspend Digimon.
Is this Digimon support? It is! Let's go!
You know, if they just give green more card that says your opponent cannot unsuspend during the next turn, it will be like really strong. In a lot of scenario.
Wait. Oh, no, like this effect specifically? Yeah, this is a really good effect, actually.
Yeah.
Card is good. Being able to stop your... Because, like, the issue with green used to be, like cards like, what's an example? Puppetmon. Puppetmon is a good example. Puppetmon, your opponent they did not unsuspend at the start of turn, but they can unsuspend throughout the turn. This prevents that, so that automatically makes it...
Well, this says one of your opponent... Wait, is this a...
Hey,
wait, is this...
Nume, yo, you got a typo on Piximon, man. Come on.
Is this opponents or opponent Digimon? It has to be opponent Digimon, right?
It's definitely opponent's Digimon. Agumon, end of opponent's turn. Once per turn, by suspending one of your Digimon, reveal top 5, add 2 green cards. Why is it an end of opponent's turn? That's so ass. Alright, Panyamon.
This is never going off.
No, it's never going off. Panyamon, piercing, when Digivolve. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, it's counted as Leomon. Your turn, while this Digimon has Leomon in name, plus 2,000 DP. You tap something, swing over it. Yay!
It's like 11?
Wait, what?
With the egg, it can be like 11, right?
Oh. Yeah, it's 11. I think it's cool. Yes, I don't know. Rosemon, when Digivolving, when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon/Tamers. Once per turn, when a Digimon or Tamer becomes suspended by an effect, you may unsuspend this Digimon. So this Rosemon allows you to double attack, and then on the first swing, do damage, and then unsuspend, and then burst mode, burn, swing. It's cool. It sounds really good on paper. And this motherfucker over here was like, dude, this is so good. Like, this is so good. This is so good. And I was like, okay, I'll test it. And then I tested it. And every second of my life, I was like, why am I not just playing Bloom Lord? This is just worse Bloom Lord.
Look, man, you were complaining about needing to be on board to play Bloom, and this doesn't need to be on board.
You're right, and then it just does so much less than Bloom. So at the end of the day, just play Bloom Lord. But yeah, I mean, like, in theory, it's really neat. But the issue is for you to get extra damage out from like Lilamon or Lilymon ESS, you have to have your opponent has to have a Digimon that's suspended, and that's not guaranteed to happen always.
Okay, next way of Roseman support, make a token for your opponent.
I mean, yeah, that would work. But yeah, with Rosemon, yeah, it's just too reactive. Bloomlord at least almost guarantees the Chew check off. It's and then it amasses a board and like you just hope they don't remove you. Say Realiomon, piercing when Digivolving. By unsuspending this Digimon, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And end of turn, this Digimon can attack one of your opponent's Digimon. Actually, this is just Dire Rabbitmon, but for Leomon, more or less.
Yeah.
It's cool. I don't know. Like, it's nifty. I don't think it, does anything insane. It's just nifty. Speaking of nifty cards, however, Kokuomon. It is ESS blocker, but if you ever played Black, you would know that Black doesn't have a lot of cards that... It doesn't have... I don't think it has a level 3 that gives you blocker, actually. Now that I think about it. Let's see. Let's see. Nope. I guess Chuchumon, but you need save specifically. That's really not, yeah. Yeah, no. Ludomon. But Ludomon is you have to have red or legend arm. So yeah, Kokuomon is the first non-conditional blocker ESS for Black.
Yeah, we seem to have gotten quite a few of those this set.
Yeah. No, this is actually such an insane pickup for Black. Because now having guaranteed access to blocker in your level 3 slot is so significant, especially in decks like Geoboromon. In testing Geoboromon, the only way to gain blocker was through EX1 Geoboromon, which is a white card, so it's not searchable by boost. But Kokuomon, you actually can give your Geoboromon stack blocker. Good card. Very good card. Top 10 cards of the set, in my opinion. New Commandramon. On play, reveal top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with D-Brigade or Digipolice to your hand. ESS, if the Digimon card would leave the battle area other than by your effect, delete one of your other D-Brigade cards and prevent the leave from play. It's good. It searches. It's a consistency booster for your deck. On play, so if you play for free, search. The ESS is very powerful, giving you protection, more in line with other Black decks. This is just a very good card. I really don't have a lot to say about this. It's just generically, it's just good. It's just good. Not sure if you feel any differently about this.
No, it's just good. It's support that D-Brigade really needs.
Yeah. Chuchumon, on deletion save, and that's blocker, but it's a 1-cost Devo, so it's just worse Kokuomon, but I guess in Bagra Army Dark Knightmon bullshit, something, I don't know. I would just play Kokuomon. Numemon. On play, win Digivolving. By placing 1 Tamahime from your hand under this Digimon, it gains Rush, so Tamahime gives you jamming plus reboot. And then it has blocker ESS. I mean, it's cool. For Digipolice, it basically 3 costs, get a body, and cheats out Tamahime. Gains Rush, so it can be used as a finisher. I don't know. It's nifty. I'm down for it. And it also gives blocker, so that's pretty cool as well. Card is... I think this is a good card. I think it's a good card. Just not super insane or anything like that. Damemon, Retaliation, on deletion save, ESS blocker. This is better BT2 Devimon, I guess.
Do you even play this in Dark Knight?
No, not really.
Yeah.
High Command. Oh, sorry. What?
Yeah. Oh, I was saying they don't have the name, so you can't cheat them out. So it's
Okay. High Commandramon. When attacking, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Play 1 D-Brigade or Digipolice with a cost of 3 or less. Without paying cost, this card is treated as Commandramon, so you can play it off of the BT4 Commandramon. All turns, same as Commandramon, when this Digimon leave play other by your effect, pop a D-Brigade and prevent that. So, really good protection. The when attacking is nice, because you can get out 3 bodies. You play free off your BT4 Commandramon. It doesn't specify Digimon, it specifies card and its ability, so you can play Tamahime for free, you can play... you cannot play DCD Bomb, but you can play Tamahime for free, so that's cool. Vegemon. On play, win Digivolving by returning 1 Digimon card from your opponent's trash to the top of their deck. Gain a memory. It's cool. I mean, it's Deck stacking is nifty. It's really about it. I don't know. 3 cost, potentially 1 cost Evo stack a deck. It's cool. Datamon, all turns, the Digimon cannot be deleted by your opponent's effect, so this is supposed to be in line with the ace mechanic. You play this for cheap, and then your opponent can't just outright remove it without like bounce or DB minus. So it's just really good synergy with ace mechanic. Also, yeah, High Commandramon being 4 cost does mean you can play it off of Pride. That is correct. Black King Numemon. 3 costs from Nume. On deletion, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Monzaimon among them to your hand, and play 1 Numemon among them for free. ESS blocker. So get your Monzai, plays a Nume. You can Monzaimon over the Nume. It's board extending for the Nume deck, which I think is kind of nifty. But like outside of that, I don't think it's making any waves. Cargo Dramon. On play, win Digivolving, reveal top 3. Play a card with D Brigade, cost 4 or less. So DCD Bomb, Tamehime, High Commandramon. ESS, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, reveal top 3. Play Commandramon for free, trash the rest. So it pop a body, replace a body. So when you're using your layers of protection, you'll get back another body to compensate with. Card is good. Play it off of Brigade Dramon. Do you have any thoughts about this one?
No, I think all the D Brigade new support kind of does the same thing. They're good at flooding board, but they're neat. I just think that play style is kind of very punishable right now. So I don't know how good the deck is gonna end up being.
Yeah.
Because like removing bodies multiple times is way easier than it used to be. So the play style is kind of vulnerable right now. They need some sort of like extra layer. Maybe not protection. Protection will make it really.
I think in my opinion, they need more cards that pressure. They need more like reward for getting the bodies out. All right, and then you do a Vadamon. Vadamon on play when Digivolving, reveal top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. De-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon for each card revealed, and return the rest. Return the revealed top or bottom. This is actually a really good card. In testing, I actually really like this. Just being able to like mess with my opponent's like stack. So that way, like, oh, there's your key card that you need. It would be a shame if it got bot decked, you know? Like, I don't know. Card is generically good. Easy access to De-Digivolve at the caveat of you're hitting a Digimon off your opponent's top 3, which is more than likely because majority of their deck is comprised of Digimon. I don't know. I'm kind of just a fan of this card, and it works on play as well.
It's a very interesting mechanic. I want to see more of it. Actually, it's just a really cool effect. Maybe if this could be a real deck, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I should see another line that says, "Hey, it's like name the top card of your opponent deck. If you get the name right,
that would be cool. That would be really cool."
Yeah. Right?
Platinum Numemon. 3 cost over black or yellow. 3 cost over all Numemons. On play, win Digivolving. By trashing 1 card with Numemon from your hand, gain 2 memory, so it becomes a 1 cost Evo. On deletion, or 1 cost Evo or 8 cost Hard Slam. On deletion, you may play 1 level 5 or lower card with Numemon or Monzaimon from your hand without paying cost. I mean,
it's good with New Monzi. Yeah. Because then when it dies, like if your opponent killed this, you can potentially skip the turn because Monzai gained 2 memory.
Yeah, for sure. I think the only issue with this card is that if it gets bounced or bot deck, you're just donezoed.
Yeah, it's a purple card in disguise.
Yeah. Ebemon. On play, when Digivolving, reveal top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Delete any number of your opponent's Digimon with a total play cost less than or equal to the play cost of one of the revealed Digimon. So in combination with like Vegemon, this is actually like some very interesting form of removal. I think there's easier ways of removal in black, but this is one of the more interesting ways to go about it. Also,
I'm just glad to get this card in the game.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely excited to see that we finally got it. And then Brigade Dramon, so one of Black's SRs, or last SR we got in the set. When Digivolving, choose any number of your opponent's Digimon that their play cost is total up to 7. Delete them, so if they're on like a level 6, you're not deleting shit. Opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with D Brigade get blocker. Cool. So when you swarm your board, they're all blockers. And end of your turn, reveal top 3 cards. You may play any number of D Brigade / Digi Police up to a total play cost of 7 among them and trash the rest. So this floods all of your important 4s are either 4 cost or 5 cost. So if you play High Commandramon, you could follow up with a 3 cost Commandramon. If you play 5 cost Seals Dramon, you can follow up with a 2 cost Commandramon. Or you could play 1 Cargo Dramon. And then the Cargo Dramon spawns out another body.
Yeah, like I said before, the deck is good at flooding bodies, but it kind of still doesn't do anything with them. Like blocker is neat, but like I would prefer if this card says every time one of your D Brigade or D Police card dies, to gain a memory or something. I don't know.
It just needs better.
Something offensive, something offensive, something give it value. Like this is, I mean, this does get value. It's a neat card, but it's like this deck still doesn't pressure enough to win the game.
Yeah,
it's just too slow, and like this play style is just feel too slow in the current meta.
For sure.
Like Bloom just does what this deck is trying to do a lot better.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The one caveat is that this deck has protection, unlike Bloom, but the difference in pressure is very significant. Agumon, non-deletion, gain a memory. It's just Tsukaimon, but in BT14. Cool. Gobblemon, when a card is trashed from your hand by your own effect, gain a memory. This is really good Titamon support. In a world
it's good for a lot of decks. There's a lot of decks.
Yeah, for sure. It's really good in just a lot of generic purple decks. I agree. Lugomon. Okay, so finally we're cooking purple SR. Start your main phase by placing 1 AG from hand or trash to the bottom of this card. Gain a memory. Very significant. Very, very significant. Your turn, when a card with Dark Animal or Sons of Chaos is played, gain a memory. Again, very, very good. This is a very, very good SR. Being able to get the AG out for free, so then you get your Alliance / blocker, that's a plus. Gain a memory. Okay, now you're at 2 memories, so you can guarantee Evo into your level 4. And then with your ESS, whenever you play a card, when you spawn a body with a lot of your cards equal to you, gain an extra memory. Again, very good. In the grand scheme of things, you can go into your level 4, guarantee that Evo, and then you could swing, discard off of one of your effects with Bowmon that allows you to Digivolve into level 5, and then your level 5s have their own effects as well. So this card is very, very good. And having a recursion for AG is also just fantastic. I don't know. This is just a good card. This is probably like one of the better cards in the deck.
It's one of the better cards in the set.
True. This is very true. Fangmon. On play, when attacking, return 1 purple Digimon card with the Dark Animal trait from your trash to your hand. Then trash a card from your hand. This is actually very good for the Lugomon deck because A, it's a Dark Animal, B, it's an easy way to discard, and it also gives you recursion. It's a 4 cost as well, so it's very cheap to slam. I don't know. It just does a lot for the deck. I think this is better than Sangloopmon, unironically. So
yeah.
Agumon. Your turn, when a card is trashed from your hand, gain a memory. Nifty. Your turn, when a card is trashed from your hand by an effect, gain a memory. Fantastic. Yeah. Cool. Alright.
Titamon is cooking.
Titamon is cooking, yeah. Lugarmon. When attacking, by trashing 1 card from your hand, draw 1. If AG is in the source, gain a memory. That part of the effect doesn't go off as much as you'd think it does. But then the ESS, if Dark Animal, Sons of Chaos is played, gain a memory. That part will go off. That part.
Yeah, this deck just get like a billion memory.
Yeah, and then also your turn doesn't pass until your opponent's at 3, so like you're just playing with an extra 2 memory. Devimon. On play, when attacking, trash top 3 cards of your deck. Your turn, the Digimon gets plus 1000 DP for each card, every 3 cards in your trash. On deletion, trash 1 card in your opponent's hand without looking.
It's a neat card. I just don't know what it goes into. Like, what do you play this in?
I have no clue. I mean, people are gonna try to play like Don Devi probably with this, but
that involves playing Don Devi.
Yeah, for sure.
It needs the Devimon deck needs a couple more Devimon cards to be playable.
Skullgreymon. Skullgreymon is this is basically just Agumon support, but 3 crossover Greymon. When Digivolving, by trashing 1 card from your hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. Delete one of your Digimon with the lowest level and one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. And then on deletion, you may play 1 Agumon from your trash without paying cost. If you have tie on your board, then it gets rush. Yeah, it's just Agumon support. It gives you a form of removal that's very consistently. Very consistent. It allows you to get out the rush Agumon. Agumon can Evo into like Greymon, swing out again. That Agumon can go into Bond of Bravery. There's just a lot of things you can do with this deck, with this card specifically. I think it's a really neat extender.
Yeah, like Unironically, we may get like a playable Agumon deck after this set.
Skull Satamon. On play, when did you only trash top 2 cards of both players' decks? Your turn, when a card is trashed from your opponent's deck, gain a memory. So it becomes a 2-cost evolution. I think they're just trying to make it so you're playing like mill your opponent out support, which I think is really cool. And I think in a meta where like decks are just slower, this could be like a very viable strategy. But as of right now, I don't foresee that being too strong. Also, somebody said, here's a scenario. Your opponent's at 2 memory. You swing with Fenrir Luga. It dies to security. Does your turn automatically end? Yes.
Yep.
Hell Lugar. End of your turn, delete the Digimon, draw 2. Then you may return 1 Lugamon from your trash to your hand. On deletion, trash up to 3 cards with Dark Animal or Sons of Chaos in your hand. Then delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. For every card trash, add 1 level to that that you can choose. So up to level 6. This is actually a very good card. Very strong form of removal. Allows you to proc Analog Youth, so you can sometimes just keep your turn entirely. Get the Lugarmon back from trash. Evo immediately into Lugamon. I don't know. This just does a lot. If you swarm your board using the Fenrir Luga, then you can end your turn with this card and then pop something and then draw 2 and then like you're just doing a lot. This is a very good card.
Yeah, like this deck does. It's like the deck just does a lot of things.
The deck does a lot on paper, but it's just missing that like little bit of a push to like really get it over the edge.
Yeah.
Soul Lugarmon. When did you evolve?
Unironically, it's missing an Omnimon.
It is kind of missing an Omni, yeah.
Yeah, if it has a BT5 Omnimon, this deck might legitimately be like threatening.
Yeah, that blitz. When Digivolving, you may play 1 level 3 or lower a card with Dark Animal or Sons of Chaos. If AG is in your source, add 1 to the maximum level, so Revival level 4. And then when attacking, trash 1 card, gain a memory. So, of course, a lot of synergy with, like, Beaumont, for example. ESS, when a card with Dark Animal or Sons of Chaos is played, unsuspend this Digimon. So, the combo you can do is swing this, trash 1, gain a memory, proc Beaumont effect, Evo into Fenrir Luga. Fenrir Luga, go ahead, Fenrir Luga effect, play out a Son of Chaos / Dark Animal. That will immediately trigger the Soul Lugarmon, unsuspend, swing for 2 checks because of Alliance. On the unsuspend, swing Fenrir Luga effect, pop your opponent's Digimon, unsuspend again, that's another 2 damage, and then you swing out for, you can swing for 2 damage. So it is a 6 damage swing that doesn't lethal. But if you have Black Gatomon, it's lethal. You just need a lot of pieces. Yay! But this is a good card. It's really strong synergy inherently with the rest of the deck. And then Ghoulmon. When Digivolving, when attacking, for every 10 cards in your trash top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, so it's just Daemon support or Creepymon support. When attacking, if your opponent has 10 or more cards in their trash, sec +1. Cool. Alright, nifty.
I don't know why it has a sec +1.
I think this is better at milling out your opponent than Creepymon is, so that's cool.
Yeah, but why does it have the sec +1? I would prefer like additional BP or something.
I don't know. Also, the Lugamon deck kind of does need an Oryukin. Yeah, I can see that. Which their Oryukin ends up being Pulsemon, so.
Yeah.
Fenrir Luga.
The deck is probably very incomplete, right?
Yeah.
Because we know it has a level 7 form.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to get that. It's probably going to be like insane after that. But currently it's like not there yet. This is like playing BT8 alpha or / X antibody, the black X antibody deck at the moment.
Yeah.
Like it's neat. You have like the Oryu, you have the his face?
I mean, it's just BT7 X anti, right? So it's just Doru Gora.
Oh no, you have BT8, BT8 support. You have like Oryu. It's kind of there.
Where's our Oryu, man? Where's our?
No, I mean like the deck power level kind of feel around that.
No, it feels like it feels like BT8. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, like the BT7 X antibody deck was really bad.
Okay, it wasn't like really
this feel a little bit more. This at least has like another wave of support of Dark Animal you can use, right?
Yeah. All right. Fenrir Luga. This is the card that everyone's like, oh my gosh, whoa. When Digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower card. One level 4 or lower dark animals slash Sons of Chaos from your trash. If AG is in your source, add 2 to the maximum number of Digimon you can play by this effect. So it plays out, it plays 3 bodies out, which, very cool. Very, very cool. When attacking by deleting one of your opponent's Digimon, level 3 or lower, unsuspend this Digimon. For each of your Digimon, add 1 level maximum, so it counts itself as well, so it can pop to 6 pretty easily. And then your turn, the condition to end of the turn becomes your opponent having 3 or more memory. This would have been a better card without the third effect. The third effect kind of shoots itself in the foot, because it means that your opponent's guaranteed a minimum of 3 memory. So it's, if they don't have a memory tamer, you just gave them a free memory tamer, which, yikes. But this card is good. Being able to spawn out additional bodies, as well as getting additional pressure onto your opponent's security, that part is great. That part is really, really good. The only issue is that killing them that turn, a little bit of an issue, and then the clap back, very real, because lack of protection. And
I don't understand the point of the last effect either on this card, because this doesn't actually cost 4. Your ESS make it to where you don't cost 4.
I think the idea is just like, they're probably like, oh, your opponent's gonna have a memory tamer out anyway, so you know, might as well, right? But now if I know I'm playing into this deck, I'm just not gonna play my memory tamer.
Yeah.
So, then you have Tai. Going into timers, right? Wait. So final thoughts. Fenrir Luga. It is a card that reads better than it actually is. It's still a good card, but it's not as insane as people give it credit for.
I'll say this. I think the third effect will be very good once you get a level 7.
Yeah, I agree. Once we get a level 7, it'll be good.
Because what you're able to do then is you're can probably like follow up into the level 7 without passing turn. Right?
Well, no, because you would evolve 7 over it, so then you lose that condition.
Well, I assume that effect is gonna maintain once you go into the 7.
My thought was you push past the 1 memory threshold on your turn, so then you're like 2 memory, 1 memory. It should be your opponent's turn, but it's not. Haha! And then you just evo 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I see it anyway.
Yeah, like it's possible that I think the 7 might keep the same third effect because it's such a unique effect that the 7 might just like, hey, you don't pass turn unless they go to 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's maybe the idea of the deck. But currently, without the rest of the pieces, it just feels really awkward.
Okay, moving on to Tamers, we do have New Tai. Start of your main phase, one of your Digimon with Vaccine trait gets plus 2000 DP. Your turn, when a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, tap the Tamer and gain a memory. There's a lot of ways to play Tai for free, so that's really good. Plus 2000 DP, I mean, that's cool.
Oh, this tie is like really mid.
It's
in my
mid.
opinion.
It's very mid. Yeah.
Like both the black ties feel better.
Yeah. The +1 memory. I think that +1 memory is really cool. But again, like, yeah, I'd rather just play the black ties.
But that's like such a weird condition to get +1 memory because usually by the time you're swinging, you're already on the card you want to evolve into. You're not trying to gain extra memory.
Yeah, exactly.
So like the extra memory here is awkward compared to something like BT12 black tie, right? Where you get a memory for evolving, I think.
Right. Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a little bit of awkward timing. Joe, on play, trash 1 source from under one of your opponent's Digimon. When a source is trashed, gain a memory. Fundamentally, it's a 2-cost tamer. Trashing any source, very good. They made it a good Joe. Yay!
It's neat. Nothing else more to say about it.
Yeah. Specifically though, in Source Strip, this is actually very good. Like, this is a tamer you can play 4 of in Source Strip and be happy.
Yep.
TK. On play, add top card of your security to your hand. Place 1 yellow card with Vaccine from your hand to the bottom of your security stack. When a card is added to your security stack, tap, gain 1 memory. It's a 2-cost tamer to basically play out, and it pays itself off very quickly. It lets you cycle out pieces, so if you're trying to like unbrick yourself, it's think. But
this card's insane.
It's a great. It's just such a good card, right?
Yeah, I think like objectively, you can also say this guy's like almost a better form of the memory tamer TK because this let you stack your security too.
I mean, stacking your security is gonna really pay off when you combine that with the Patamon and with Messenger of Hope. But memory TK having the ability to selectively choose what you add to your hand, I think is really, really strong still. So I don't think this is like necessarily like a power creep version of old TK.
No. It's not a power creep version,
Yeah.
but they're both really good.
Yeah, they're both very good. I agree. This is a really good card.
You just ban both according to Nume.
Oh no. Okay, we do have Mimi. Mimi is on play. Check off 3 cards. Add a plant vegetation fairy. Great, fantastic. With Togedemon, it's 0 cost, so it's 0 cost search. Your turn, when a Digimon is suspended by an effect, by suspending this tamer, gain a memory. Why isn't this TK being played in Haze's Moste list? Where is that list anyway? Why?
Because it doesn't. He doesn't have room.
I don't got, bro. There's no space in here, man. This thing is packed tight to a brim.
It's like it's a neat car, right? So the TK is a really neat car, but for the master game plan, it doesn't do as much as you would think because it missed half your cars. Like it doesn't work with any of your purple cars, so it's a little bit awkward in that sense. And you kind of like you're hoping to use it to high roll basically, but it's fine. Like the memory tamer TK makes a lot more sense in that in Mass Day because you can grab purple if you need to.
Yeah. Okay, and then when a Digimon is suspended by an effect, suspend this tamer, gain a memory. Okay, very controversial hot take. I think you play like 1 tamer, maybe 2 tamers tops in Bloom. I don't think you actually play this Mimi in Bloom Lord. Right? And the reason why is because why would I play Mimi when I can just play Boost? Because Boost is for 2 memory and Mimi is for 1 memory. And you can argue like, yeah, Mimi is like gonna give me that 1 memory every single turn if I make that play. But the Boost 2 memory is much more significant, as well as digging 1 card deeper. So yeah, that's how I feel about that specifically. Is I would rather play Boost than this. I am on the train currently where I'm just playing. I think I'm like you play this. Yeah, you play this in burst. You can play this in burst mode. But even in burst mode, I don't know, man. Like I tested it. I really did test it. I tested it for like a hot sec. And I don't know, dude. I got
him to test it because I didn't want to.
Yeah, this motherfucker was like, go test it, dude. You play training and boost. You play both. You just play the training and the boost. You just do both of them. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just feel like in both Rose and Bloom Lord, like memory boost was just a better Mimi. Like you could play Mimi for free off of the Toge, and that's really great and everything. But now that implies my Togemon is on the board, and now my opponent can whack it, you know? So, I digress. I know it's a very controversial and hot opinion. I know a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me. That's how I felt after testing for a hot sec. Tamahime, security, play it for free. Start of your main phase. If your opponent is a Digimon, gain a memory. So, it's just, it's Hina. It's just Hina. And, Mind Link, Nume, Manzai, or Digipolice, and then that Digimon gets jamming / reboot, and you end up any player's turns, play this for free. Jamming is whatever. Reboot is really good. Rebooting your Digimon is really very good. Having a Hina effect is also really great, turns out. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, solid card. AG is very good, actually. If your opponent is a Digimon, gain a memory. So again, Hina effect. Mind Link for Alliance / blocker, and end of either player's turns, play AG for free. The Alliance part is very significant because it's what giving you the extra damage to push, potentially for your game. So yeah, this is really good. You have a lot of ways to tuck it underneath your stack. I think one thing, the deck, a really big weakness of the Luga deck is if you don't have AG, the deck feels very weak. And you're not putting out a lot of damage. No blocker really sucks. A lot of your effects just kind of revolve around having the AG. And so, because like for example, like the DP, having the additional DP is really, really important. So with AG, I would definitely say having additional ways to search this card out would be really good for the deck. And then Genai. Genai is this is a very interesting card. On play, reveal top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 level 3 and 1 non-white tamer among them to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom. Opponent's turn. When an opponent's Digimon level 5 or higher swings, tap this tamer, move one of your Digimon from the breeding area to the battle area. Okay, so before I give my take on this, James, what do you think of Genai?
I think it's okay. It not giving any memory in any way is kind of pretty bad.
So,
The search also doesn't search for itself. It's kind of weird.
I mean, yeah, because
It
he's searching for the kids, bro. He's searching for the
yeah
seven
yeah
chosen.
yeah. I shut up. I
Come
know
on,
another
man.
one. Okay, so like, gosh, the Ace enabler is kind of neat, but I still think Ace is fairly weak as a mechanic. I don't know this word slotting in this card just to make your Ace card work.
All right, I thought about this for a little while. A literal shower thought. This is a Diaboromon card. This is actually a Diaboromon card. And the reason why I say this is a Diaboromon card is because A, it searches for errata. It actually does hit errata, which is pretty nice. But B, you can have your 5 in raising, okay, and you just wait for your opponent to like make a play or whatever. They swing out their 5 or higher, and you bring out your 5, and then you go into Ace Diaboromon, yeah. And then if you have Decoy Kurosari, you have protection, so that makes it a little bit more difficult because it does spawn the token. If you have pre-existing tokens on the board, you can go ahead and potentially pop something straight up. I mean, I think Genai is just really good Diaboromon support, and I think that's really funny to me, personally. And for those of you that don't know what Ace Diaboromon is, I'm going to pull it up because I know that's one of those cards that got revealed a little later into the season. So it's Blast Digivolution, win Digivolving, / win attacking, play a token for free, and then when another Digimon is played by an effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost 3 or less for each Diaboromon you have in play. Increase the maximum cost by 2. So yeah, with the Genai Diaboromon, it's a really powerful combo, actually, that I could think will disrupt a lot of your opponent's game plans. And my Diaboromon list, specifically, if, let me go ahead and pull it up, is so with Kokuomon, blocker inheritable, yay! So now your Ace Diaboromon has blocker. And then we run Gigadramon, because Gigadramon gives you plus 2000 DP on your opponent's turn. So your Ace Diaboromon is a 13k blocker, and 13k is a really good number in Digimon, as it turns out. So it's a 13k blocker, you spawn a token, and you slap your opponent. Like yeah, I don't know. I think it's a nifty combo. People think I'm crazy, but I think you just don't know the truth. Also,
who's people?
I had somebody in the server yesterday say I was crazy for this idea, but I think it's nifty. Also, somebody said you could use Genai with Shadow Seraphimon.
That's true. That's neat.
That is neat. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that's neat. That's nifty. Okay. Go ahead, get rid of this. And then options. Finally almost done. Mega Flame. 4 cost, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less. If you have a Greymon, delete their Digimon with lowest DP instead. Good card. It's
pretty solid. It's actually really solid.
It's a very good card, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot to say about this. It's cheap removal, potentially removes like really large stacks if they're playing single stack. Overall, it's just a very good card. Dragon of Courage. If 4 costs, if you have tie, you may play this ignoring color requirements. Place 1 Greymon, 1 Metal Greymon from your trash to the bottom of your Agumon, warp into War Greymon, and security effect, play Agumon for free, and add this card to your hand. The Warp Digivolve is pretty cool. Allows you to get basically the ESSs from the Greymon and Metal Greymon. But you're probably going to end up passing turn on this card, which, you know, synergy with this War Greymon, because then you can attack when Digivolving. Yeah.
It's neat. It's a warp effect. Like,
yeah. I think if I ever have to choose between which, like, how to warp, I would just choose this to use this to warp, no?
Yeah.
You always choose this to warp.
So here's the issue with this card. This card is like a worse version of the Memory Tamer Tocado. Because
it is.
Memory Tamer... Huh?
Wait, how's it worse?
Because the Memory Tamer Tocado has a purpose outside of warping. It's a Memory Tamer, so you can just play it. This card's a brick in your hand until you can warp.
Okay, look.
It's just you're running.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
you're playing extra pieces to do the warp,
Yeah.
right? But it doesn't have a purpose outside the warp. So like sometimes this card just does sit in your hand and does nothing. So it's like on paper it sounds good and it's like it's fine, but like you're taking up extra deck slot for this warp play, and it's like it's neat. But I don't know, like War Greymon, it's like it's neat. Like I don't think the new security the new secret rare. I keep saying security. I don't know that the new secret rare War Greymon is like good enough for this warp to be like game breaking or anything. It's like
it's not game breaking. It's very nifty. I think it's like it's a cute one. IMO. It's a cute one.
Yeah, you went 1 or 2 max and it's like it's there, but like it's not a card that's like insane.
Yeah.
It's like you recover if you lose your stack, because you're actually much more likely to lose your stack right now in this meta than before, because especially if you're playing, depending on which version you're playing, you might not have access to protection. So you need this to help you recover.
Yeah, for sure. It's a really good way to stabilize. I definitely agree. Wave of reliability. Trash 2 cards from underneath your opponent's Digimon. If you have Joe, choose. Then if you have Joe, if your opponent doesn't have Digimon with equal or more sources, unsuspend the Digimon. It's 2 costs to unsuspend. It's pretty cool.
It's a good card.
It's deadass, just Victory Sword, but like better. So yeah.
Maybe I can run this in Moga.
You can play this in Null Force, actually.
Yeah, you can definitely play this in Null Force, right? Because you just play Joe.
Marching Fishes. Choose one of your Digimon. 3 of your opponent's Digimon with equal or less sources cannot attack or block till the end of your opponent's turn. Good card.
Wait, does Joe potentially replace Retamer Tai? Because it's also a 2 memory.
I could see it.
Tame. 2 memory tamer, and then it will enable this, right?
I could kind of see it, yeah.
Right, because Joe is fundamentally a 2 memory tamer, and you play this in the engine in O-Force, it could kind of work, right? And also, if you play Joe for free, don't you get a memory off of it?
You do get a memory off of that. Oh yeah, no, that actually could be like really cool. Ooh, Source Strip Force kind of sounds hot, dude. I'm kind of down.
Yeah, because now when you play the Joe for free of O-Force, then it's a net 1 memory gain. So then that's kind of neat.
That is pretty neat.
Just saying.
Also, somebody said, would y'all consider Ragnarlord a good meta call since it's not affected by other Digimon effects? I think the issue with Ragnarlord is always going to be its consistency, right? Like the consistency is just really bad.
Okay, so the issue with Ragnar, like Ragnar itself is an excellent card. Yes. We're talking about Jogras Ragnar, right?
Yeah.
Like the Jogras Ragnar is an excellent card. Still really powerful, great. The issue with that deck is how the hell do you get to Ragnar, right?
Yeah. And
the problem with that deck is most of the pieces to get into Ragnar is still not good enough. So what realistically they need to get is either another wave of support for the Ragnar deck to where it become good enough, the core become good enough that you can get to Ragnar fast enough, or we potentially get a new deck, something like a new half red, half black deck that's just good by itself, and then you can slot Ragnar into it.
Yeah, and then new promo Zuba is actually very good because it's basically when you play this card for free, which you have a ton of different ways to do that, gain 2 memory very easily, super great. So it's a +2 memory, and it gives you raid ESS. So yeah, Ragnar to me feels like it's on the cusp of greatness. But because it's monocolor on both its black and red components, it makes searching very tricky. Because now you can't play like one specific boost. You'll miss half the deck.
It needs a dual option. It needs like an option that just let you search for both, like just any legend arm pieces. That's what was really missing.
Definitely agree. Okay, and then Messenger of Hope. Look at your security stack. One of your Digimon can evolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon with vaccine. If you have TK...
Did we skip Marching Fishes?
No, we talked about this. This card, we talked about it in Old Force.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Messenger of Hope. 1 cost Evo for fucking free is so good. This is a really good card. This card is insane.
That's really good.
I'm so impressed they printed something like this, because this card, my god, it's really, really good. This is easily like a top 10 card in the set, IMO.
Is this a potentially problematic card?
Yeah.
Whenever I see 1 cost option in yellow.
Yeah, no, this is bound to be a problem sometime in the future. Like it's inevitable. Heaven's Knuckle. Activate one of your following effects. One of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP. By deleting one of your Agumon, place one of your opponent's Digimon at the bottom of their security stack. Excuse me. This is a good card. This is a very good card, actually.
I just activate Angemon, right? Because
Yeah.
what you can do is you can now Maste play an Anje. Like if you play this and Angemon in your Maste build, obviously, so you can play like a Angemon off of the Maste and do the Heaven's Knuckle, right?
Yeah. So Heaven's Knuckle plus the Angemon. We'll just skip straight to Angemon since the two cards are like so closely tied together. Angemon, the secret rare for yellow, Digivolve 2 from Patamon, otherwise it's a 3-cost Evo. When attacking, by deleting this Digimon, activate one of the following effects. Place one of your opponent's Digimon with Virus trait at the bottom of their security stack, or one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 5,000 DP. On deletion, place this card at the bottom of your security stack, then if you have a Tamer, hatch a new Digi-Egg. So, and then ESS, on deletion, place one yellow card with Vaccine trait from your hand to the bottom of your security stack. Very, very, very excellent card. Being able to snipe viruses is so powerful because the virus trait, there's so many actually meta-relevant virus Digimon. So you have, obviously, some Gallantmon Coper you can banish into the Shadow Realm. Black War Greymon, Beelzemon, Machine Dramon, yeah.
Yeah, you get rid of that cancel deck.
Yeah, you have so many excellent like targets to actually snipe with Angemon, Gaiomon, Mervamon, Belphamon. Although Belphamon's unaffected by effects, but I digress. Rage mode, you'd be able to snipe Rage mode. You Fenrir Lugamon, force out Brigade Dramon's protection. Like you just have so many different decks that you randomly just snipe. Like it's so good. It's so very, very good. And then with the Heaven's Knuckle, when you delete your Angemon, doesn't actually care about the trait. So that way you could hit the viruses, the vaccines, and the datas. So Heaven's Knuckle plus Angemon is such a powerful combo.
Yeah. It's just another way to deal with all these. There's so many decks with protection now. So it's just another way to deal with like all these protection decks.
Poison Ivy. One of your opponent's Digimon gains all turns when the Digimon becomes suspended, lose 2 memory until the end of your opponent's turn. Security, activate this main, add to hand. This is just poison. This is like arguably better poison powder. I wouldn't say it's better poison powder. It's like a side grade. It's a side grade to poison powder.
I wish this was worded differently. I wish this says your opponent gain once per turn when their opponent when the Digimon suspend lose 2 memory. So you can play this when they have no board.
Oh. Well, that's just poison powder.
Yeah, I know.
So you just wanted to be better poison powder?
Yes, that's what I want.
No, we should have cards that do, reasonably similar things, but they do enough different things so it's not direct power creep. Damn it!
But neither of them see play.
Not yet, anyway. Wait until a blue deck is meta. I'm gonna Poison Ivy the fuck out of them.
Also, it wouldn't strictly be better than Poison Powder because Poison Powder is all your opponent Digimon loses 1. I want to make this it's once per turn. Again, once per turn. So only activate once and you lose 2 memory.
Alright, nerd. But no, on the real, Poison Ivy, I think this is a card that actually has a lot of potential. It's just very meta dependent, frankly. It'll really just depend on how many okay, if you play this into Old Force, don't they just like scream? Right? Like if Old Force ever becomes relevant. Or this is actually really good into Luga. This is actually a very good card in Luga if they ever decide to pull out early.
Yeah, it's really funny into a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Flowering Sincerity.
Unironically would make me scream if I'm playing Melga.
Yeah, Melga would scream. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have Mimi, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot unsuspend until the end of their turn. Activate main, add to your hand. Card's not good. Don't play this card. This card is actually not very good. Yeah, no. I would not play this card. Suka Curse. Turn a non-white Digimon, or evolve one of your non-white Digimon into Tsukumon. So you can evolve your non-white into King Suka, for example. So it's basically just like a Warp Evo. And then security, change one of your opponent's Digimon into Tsukumon. So this card is actually a good card. It just happens to be tied to a really shit mechanic. Ha 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 ha. DC D-Bomb, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, then by returning 3 cards with D-Brigade or Digipolice from the trash top of your deck, delete your opponent's Digimon up to a maximum play cost of 6. This card by itself is not very good. It's a pretty mid card. Where its strength shines is that it's a D-Brigade card, so you can play it off of the rest of your like cargo Dramon and your brigade Dramon. Being able to play this for free can potentially be like really strong disruption into your opponent. So that's why I like this card a little bit personally. But admittedly, it's kind of mid. And then Darkwing Delusion. Trash top 3. One of your Digimon with Devimon is named gets Sec +1. It's pressure.
It's so weird.
I don't know. It's just pressure.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can stack this card into your security because it's treated as Tsukuma. That is correct. Yes. So yeah, it has a lot of application. It's disrupting your opponent. Pummel Whack. When this card is trashed from your hand, draw 1. So it's Underworld's Calling. Wait. No. Oh no! You can't play this off a Cargo or Brigadra. Wait, can't? You use options, not play.
Yeah. Option don't have play cost.
This card sucks! Alright, give me a sec, chat. Whoever told me you can play this for free, I hate this card. This card is bad. Alright, goodbye. Farewell. Sayonara. Trident Arm and... Lapis, you're back, baby! Alright, good talk. Fantastic talk. Okay. That card got so much worse just now. Wow, that was crazy. That's freaking crazy. Okay. Pummel Whack.
Yeah, I feel like we both went through this conversation before.
We've maybe like specifically, but I wanted to believe. Anyway.
No, I think we've forgotten the whole play versus use cost thing before.
It'd be like that. It's fine. If it makes people feel better, I've never actually resolved the bomb off of the effect anyway, because it just gets stuck in your hand. Card sucks. Man, that card is actually sucky. Alright, Pummel Whack. With this card is trash from your hand, draw 1, main, delete an opponent's level 4 or lower, activate main, security. Alright, cool. 3 costs, pop a 4 costs or low. Or
yeah,
low,
it's like it's a more aggro version of Underworld Calling.
Yeah, it's I think Underworld Calling is the more aggro version. I think this is a more defensive version, no? Because Underworld spawns a body, this pops a body. Whatever, anyway. Last card, last but not least, War Greymon. The card that I have seen so many Facebook comments say, like, this is going to break the game. 4 cost from Greymon. While you have tie, and your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, your Agumon may warp Digivolve for 4 cost. When Digivolving, it gains Raid for the turn, and when attacking, Raid for the turn, then this Digimon may attack, and so you pass turn, you still swing, so it's basically just Blitz. And when attacking, if you have a Tamer, get Security attack +1 and Piercing. Okay, so this is a good card, but it's not a broken card. It's nowhere near broken.
Okay, so if you try to play like some sort of OTK Greymon deck, neat, good for you. This works, like, yeah, again, extra security tech and all that jazz, so you can do like 5 security check.
Yeah.
But again, is very susceptible in the mirror because it doesn't gain power. So you can like, there's a good chance where because this card actually does not gain power, there's a good chance that if you go into this card, you can actually not swing over a BT12 Metal Greymon, War Greymon.
Right. Yeah.
Because BT12 War Greymon can hit like 19.
Yeah.
And this would 2 DP sources only 16, right?
Well, so you
would need
Agumon +2, so you're 15. Egg is 15.
Okay, so assuming you have tie, egg, Agumon, Greymon, you're still
17. You're 17. With a +1000 DP egg, you are 17.
Yeah, and it's assuming you have tie, Agumon, Greymon, you'd be 19, right?
What Greymon? You're warping.
Oh, I'm talking like if you have full stack.
Oh yeah, if you're full
stack.
Like,
let's say you're trying to play this as like your main boss card.
Then yes,
right?
you're 19.
Yeah, but even then, you're not swinging over. You're swinging into.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and that War Greymon can get even bigger.
Yeah. No,
so like in the mirror, this actually loses to BT12 War Greymon.
Yep.
And I don't know. Like it's a neat card. I just don't think it's that impressive.
Black-
It's just like
Black base being able to search out the ties that give you additional DP is so powerful in the mirror. Being able to gain 2,000 DP on your opponent's turn for breathing is so impactful.
yeah, the new tie giving you 2,000 DP on your opponent on all turn is insane.
Yes.
Like it's just that fact alone make this card like this card not getting DP is really like not that impressive. To be honest, I think this is a very boring card. All they did was they threw 3 keyword together and they're like, yeah, you can warp. Good job. It's like it's whatever.
I think it's a card that it reads really good, and in practice it kind of underperforms. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not.
I mean, like Greymon would be a good deck, but it's not because of this card. It's because of the rest of the engine.
Yeah, I think you can play a BT9 style of War Greymon deck with this card, especially. But at that point, you're just playing Grandis, so.
Yeah. Also, if you're using if you're trying to warp with this, it's kind of boneless. It's just like 2 checks. Yeah, it's 2 checks.
After the turn that you warp, on the following turn, it doesn't have raid anymore. So it's just when attacking Sec +1 piercing. Woo!
It doesn't have protection, so they can be removed.
Yeah.
I think like I unironically think maybe like a good yellow that can punish this aggro pure red War Greymon deck list.
Yeah, I think yellow will struggle into black, because your DP is just so much larger than whatever they can actually minus. And then
they just Agumon you.
You have searchable Congo.
Oh, that's true.
You have searchable Congo.
But then you have to see all your.
Also, wait, no, you can't Agumon. What? Why? How can you Agumon? You need a Heaven's Knuckle.
No. Yeah, Heaven's Knuckle. I mean.
But at that point, Congo.
Okay.
But also like this also implies like any other deck would be any better off against Heaven's Knuckle, which is not. So
that's fair.
Yeah, you're right. It's like that's not like War Greymon sucks because of Heaven's Knuckle. It's like no, everything gets hit by Heaven's Knuckle. You know.
Well, the black base War Greymon deck would just be like a more grindy build, anyways.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and just in general, it's a good card.
I think this version get actually punished by Maste.
Black version or red version?
Red version.
Yeah, I think the red version gets punished by a lot of random bullshit.
Yeah. Because you actually can you even go through their retaliation blocker? No, right? Yeah, you don't actually go through the retaliation blocker.
I think somebody in chat said he's a catch-up sort of Greymon, and I do agree with that. He is a good
you can easily splash like this. This card is actually the way that they should design Secret Rare, in my opinion.
It's like a nice 1 or 2 of, you know. It's not a 4. Yeah, it's not a 4 of.
Yeah, I think if you play
Angemon's a 4 of.
Is Agumon a 4 of?
I think Angemon in yellow tribal. I think this is a 4 of.
Yeah, that's true.
In Maste, it's like a 2 of.
Yeah, I feel like Angemon's gonna be the much more expensive Secret Rare.
Oh yeah, it might be War Greymon purely virtue of being War Greymon, but as far as like power goes, Angemon is definitely the better Secret Rare.
War Greymon art is so mid though.
Kenji?
No, War Greymon. War Greymon art is like so mid.
Kenji Watanabe art.
Yeah, I understand that, but it still looks mid.
Yeah, that's fair.